Hello, everyone. Welcome. Come on in. Hello, come on in. Hi, everyone. Hello, hi. How are you? And welcome to Life Coach University. So this is a place where all coaches have gathered for one mission, which is to coach millions more. So here you can be coached on relationships, finance, business, career, spirituality, purpose, self-awareness, negative emotions, setting boundaries, and much more. And all the coaches here do it for the love of humanity and wanting to leave something amazing for the next generation. So I am Davina Johnson. I am a C-section coach, and I am the coach for February to give you 28 days of self-love. So the Q&A and the chat box are open. So please use them. If anything comes up as I'm talking, please put it in there and I will gladly answer it at the end. So are we ready? So we are on day 11. So again, I am Davina Johnson and welcome to 28 Days of Self-Love. Today is all about water. So I will be teaching you lots of different things and giving you lots of different concepts over these 28 days. But this one, water, it's even difficult, I feel, for me to describe how important this one is. So I have written down the gems here to make sure that I don't miss out on anything. But there are so many benefits to drinking water. So I'm going to get through as many of them as I can in the time that I'm given today. So 60% of us is water, and our blood is 90% water. So we are pretty much made of water. So putting water in is really important, and I'm going to go through some of the benefits. So number one, I've got here that it lubricates your joints. So it creates a buffer so that we can continue to stay flexible in our joints. And as you can imagine, as you get older, that becomes more important. It helps digest food. And not only does it help digest food, but humans, we have a tendency to not realize whether we are hungry or thirsty. So, sometimes where you eat and then 20 minutes later, you're like, feel like I need to eat again, I feel hungry. That can actually be thirst and not hunger. So as a tip, if that happens, if you're having dinner and then like 20 minutes later, you're like, oh, I need a snack, try having some water and see if maybe you were just thirsty. And that might help. You might actually find that you don't need something to eat, that you probably just need a drink of water. So give that a try. Number three is that it delivers oxygen through your body. Your airways need water. So water delivers oxygen all through the body because 90% of our blood is water, and it distributes the oxygen all around. So I think about, times when people may have panic attacks and things like that, or times when they feel like they can't breathe. I wonder how hydrated they are, because that's something that our airways need is water. So another reason, maybe if you're somebody who has that, how hydrated are you? Are you keeping hydrated every day? Are you drinking enough water each day? It boosts skin, so it makes your skin glow, and skin, the largest organ that we have in the body. So it keeps that supple, keeps it looking healthy. Water does all great things for your skin. Now, number five. So number five I have here is, I feel, the most important, one of the most important, if not the most important reason to drink water. Once I had learned this, is the reason that I started to drink more water. And as a client of mine, on our first day when we start, it's a commitment that the client makes to themselves and to me as I'm their accountability partner, that they will drink water. And this is the reason. Dehydration can lead to problems with thinking and reasoning, as dehydration can affect the brain structure and function. So let me just repeat that. Dehydration can lead to problems with thinking and reasoning, as dehydration can affect the brain structure and how it functions. So as a client of mine, we are working on negative feelings, emotions, and pain, and turning them into positive energy, strength, and power. And to do that, and for that to stick, the power is actually in here. You must drink water. So it is a huge commitment that I ask of my clients to make so that I know that the work that we're going to do is going to stick, because we want our brains to be thinking and functioning and structuring correctly and not in a negative way. Because what happens is no matter how much good you can pump in, if you haven't got the water to regulate what's happening, it's going into a negative space, whereas the water can help stabilize and structure and function your thoughts and reasoning better. So for me, if we were just to stay here for a minute and just think about that, if you think about times in when you may have made decisions that you may not have liked at the time, or maybe if you were in an argument with someone, like how hydrated were you at that time? How hydrated were they at that time? Because knowing that being dehydrated can affect your thoughts and reasoning in a negative way, for me, it just makes me feel more compassion for other people, because at the time where this is maybe a disagreement is happening, they're not thinking and reasoning as they would do maybe if they had enough water. It could be just that simple. And because it's not that widely spoken about, I don't think enough, not this kind of reason. You might hear that, you can drink water because it's healthy, which it is, it's great for you. But there's a real science to the water that's happening inside your body. And I feel that if more people knew that by being dehydrated, it negatively affects your thoughts and reasoning and the structure and function of the brain, it might give them more of an incentive to drink more. And just putting it out there. So when I learned about this, this was the main reason, with all the other reasons that I'm going to read out today and heard about, is the one that I thought, yeah, I want to drink water, because I want my brain to be structured and functioned correctly, and I want to be able to think and reason correctly. Number 6, it regulates your body temperature. It flushes the waste out of your system. So one of the ways that I get the water in my body, and I do this part of flushing out the toxins, is in the morning after I brush my teeth, I will drink one of these. This is 500 mils of lemon water, and I'll down that and then go to the bathroom. And then what that does is flushes the liver. So if you've listened to watched one of my other sessions where I've spoken about what the body does overnight. So it does lots of work overnight, digests foods and does lots of work. And that creates waste. So as most of us do, when you wake up in the morning, you go to the toilet. So before you do that, if you can drink lemon water, about 500 mils, and down that and then go to the toilet, it's like a detox in the morning of flushing out all of that waste that's been created at night. So it's like a nice daily detox to just get rid of all the rubbish that you don't want in your body. So that's one way of getting water into your routine and into your body. And it can maintain your blood pressure and it can aid weight loss. But for me, the big reason to drink water is because dehydration can cause problems with thinking and reasoning, because dehydration can affect the structure and function of your brain. So I feel like if that's not enough of a reason to drink water, I'm not sure what's going to be for you. But that's the reason that I started to bring in more water into my life. And there's lots of different studies about like how much water like men and women should drink, and there's nothing that's really agreed. But what you'll see is it's between 2 to 3 liters, or you'll see 8 glasses of water a day. Like that seems to be the roundabout numbers that they have. So I, as a limit, as my non-negotiable is 2 liters. So I must drink 2 liters of water each day. Like a really good day is when I can get 3 liters in. So ways in which I do that, as I spoke about the first one, which is I drink 500 mils in the morning, and I just down it. So I just make it, I squeeze half a lemon into this and down it. That's 500 mils upon waking, and that's done. I exercise in the morning. So I drink, if I do my usual 40-minute exercise, I'll drink 3 of these. So that's 2 liters before 7 a.m. done for me. And I do that structurally. So I've done my 500 mils of lemon in the morning. And then before I exercise, I'll drink some. I'll stop at about maybe 10 minutes into my routine. I'll drink another half, another 10 minutes, I'll drink another half. So it's like I do it so that I can make sure that I drink the water, because there are some people that love water, that can drink it all the time. And I kind of do love my water now. So it's kind of easy for me to get it in. But at the time when I was working on getting water in, this is what I did. I had to like plan it in, down water, like make it part of my routine to make sure that I would drink the water. So this is the one way that I'm showing you that you can get the water in if it's not part of your diet already. Another way that at the beginning, when I was wanting to make sure I get the water in, is to have a water bottle in every room that I was going to be in. So in the kitchen, I'd have a water bottle, in the dining room, I'd have one, in the living room, I'd have one, and in my bedroom. So wherever I was, if I just thought, oh, have I had a drink? I can just get it and sip, and I would put it back. And I'd be in the living room and I'd drink that one, and I could fill that one up, and there'd be one in the living room, there'd be one at my desk, and I'd be in the kitchen cooking, and there'd be a water bottle there. And that's how I would just make sure that I was always drinking water, because it wasn't at that time something that I just loved to drink. I had to strategically make sure I drank the water, and that was one of the ways that I would make sure the water was there in a bottle in every room. And it worked. It works. And also, just to say, it doesn't work if you're drinking like coffee and sugary drinks. If you're drinking 2 liters of that, that's no good. It's water. It's just drinking water. And if you can do this, build yourself up. So I built myself up to 2 liters and 3 liters. Like, I didn't just start there. Start to build yourself up. So if you don't drink any water, because I have family members who now they drink the water, because I kept going on about it, but who just said they don't like water, so they just don't drink it. They just didn't drink water. And it's not good for you. You're dehydrating your body. It's not good. So we did like a challenge. So I was like, let's challenge ourselves. We get on a WhatsApp group and let's just see if we can encourage each other to drink the water. And that's what we kind of did to start with. And so we started with the ones that hadn't had any water in their diet. We'll just start with the one. Let's just start with 500 mils. Let's get this down as today, just the one. And start to build yourself up over the days. And I promise you, when you do get to 2 liters and you're doing that every day, you will see your thoughts and reasonings changing. You will see your creativity and productivity changing, how you feel in your body changing, all for the positive. And you'll be thinking to yourself, really? Is it just the water? And it is. It is the water. The water, my partner always says, water gives him life. And I think it's a good analogy, that water really does give you life. So if you can start to incorporate that into your diet, things will start to change, definitely. I'm just looking at my notes to make sure that I haven't missed anything out. But all I can say is start drinking water and things will start to change. Okay, so let me look at the chat and Q&A, and let me see, I have one here that says, this is the first time I have heard all the benefits of drinking water combined. Dehydration can cause the brain structure. Whoa. My partner is usually grumpy and hungry when he comes home from work. I'm going to greet him now with a glass of water. Amazing. Yes, definitely. Yeah, I mean, it kind of, being dehydrated can affect your mood. 100%. Your body is dehydrated, so it's having to work really hard and not having the element that it needs, which is water. It needs water. So I think that's an amazing idea, to greet your husband with a glass of water and do it for 7 days and see what happens. Like, see how he feels. And one thing I didn't mention is, once you start to drink the water, you'll want to drink more water. Your body's like, yes, I like this. And you'll start to feel more thirsty and you'll start to drink more water. And that's how you'll start to get your meals up. So your body will start to enjoy the water. And then you'll be like, oh yes, I really, really need the water. For those that travel, so this was, I mean, maybe one of the areas where I was like, how am I going to do this? Because when I used to work corporate and I traveled, I drove everywhere around the UK, and I didn't want to drink too much water because I didn't want to be on the motorway and need to go to the loo, because of course, drinking all this water, we do go to the toilet often. And so other ways I would structure it, again, because I do wake up quite early, so I would down that 500 mils and go to the loo before I'd set off on the road. And then when I would get to my workplace, I would then, that's my son, if you can hear him shouting me, so I will, I'm having this up. When I would get to the workplace, I would then drink the water there so that I could use the bathroom there, and then do another one before I would then set off on the road back. So as my son's shouting me, I'm gonna wrap this up now. So if you did find value from today, please pay it forward in any way you can. Show kindness in any way you can to your friends, to your neighbors. Give someone a call, give someone a text, reach out to somebody, tell someone about Life Coach University, tell somebody about water. Also subscribe to the newsletter. If you go to lifecoachuniversity.com and click campus, you can give us your email address and you will get a monthly newsletter and the chance to win a one-to-one coaching session. And again, I am Davina Johnson. I'm a C-section coach. I help women turn their negative feelings and emotions into power. And I will see you tomorrow for day 12. Good evening.